You are now listening to the Pour Horsemen podcast,
where pouring up is a lifestyle.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at The Pour Horsemen.
Also subscribe to our Apple and our Spotify podcast,
The Pour Horsemen.
Let's get it.
Crack in the kitchen, Lil Raw's on the mission. Break the bars out, screens in my expedition. Screens in my neck, yo, my trunk crack. Break the bars off, it's like this and like that.
We episode 115.
Is there anything special about 115 other than us officially now? We said it one time before, but we had to move.
Yeah, we had a little setback.
We don't need to give people the details, but we had to move. But we moved, and there's always a way made for you, and we end up in a better space,
Sure.
With better opportunities to grow. So, episode 114, 115. Is it 15?
Yeah.
It's 115.
Yes, you're right. You're right. So I got a lot of Ice Cube slander. People were saying that I was down on our brother, and I still will stand on it. I just feel like Ice Cube got played.
I would stand on it too. As a matter of fact, we could stand back to back and just like whoever felt some type of way, just run up.
I don't think we should cancel our brother though.
I ain't say we, and I never once said cancel.
I think that's how people took the comments.
I felt like he turned heel. That's simple. I kept it on wrestling, like what I know. It just felt like he did a heel turn, and as simple as that. I mean, it's not like, oh my gosh, this guy's the worst person in the world. He got, like you said, he got played.
I don't the same thing I've been feeling y'all last week. I just don't think it's a bad thing when you are trying to do something for your community. You have to engage with the people that are in power to do, and it's not endorsing them. It's not, you're just trying to make change. That's it. That's just what I think, and I don't think we should be negative towards the ones that are doing that.
What that Tupac song start off with? Dun, 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 dun. I see no changes.
My thing is I just don't think you could accomplish anything with Trump, not in an election year.
It's nothing like you said. His whole agenda is propaganda. He just like literally, this is what he's doing. You know how remember when you about to get a whooping and you used to make promises to your mama?
I'll never do this again.
I'll never do it again. And then, like, once you get the whooping, you right back doing it.
I do it the next day.
Once he got the presidency, it was going to be another 4 years of bull crap. So I don't know.
So, and then the thing about that is just like, he's a celebrity. So he's not a politician. So he doesn't understand that talk. So he's going to go to the Kim Kardashians of the world to get people out of prison. Like, that shit, they bashing her about getting people out of prison. Like, that
I got you.
So it's like he's only going to understand other celebrities, and celebrities on some level understand him because they're celebrities.
But
so
to
just
not
like,
but to not labor
what
the
do
point.
we do? Damn if we do, damn if we don't.
Can we get into our celebrity on the pod, Phil? So Phil, aka Don, aka Freaky. If y'all remember at the end of last week,
Action Jackson for
JC
real.
said congratulations just out of the blue. Y'all probably didn't know what we was talking about.
Yeah.
Phil, we need the inside details on how you was able to pull off. First off, congratulations, our brother, for being engaged. Congratulations.
Congrats.
Can you give us the inside details on how you was pull off that espionage?
Man, that's a tough word you just used. It's kind of freaky.
He said espionage?
Yeah.
Spell it. ESPIONAGE.
Is that correct? Yeah, that's correct.
Spelling be champion. Spelling be champion, baby.
Man, I lied to her for about
he started off this
about
a month. Part of life with a lie.
I lied to her for about a month, telling her that we was going to a friend all black event. I'm not gonna lie, when I ordered I got us a Uber XL. She was like, "Why are we taking an Uber?" And I was like, "Man, I just want to,
You want to get turned?
Yeah, I want us to have a good time, So in a car ride, I was asking, I was like, "Your birthday coming up, like what would you want for your birthday?" And she was like, "Well, I really want a section at the club." Oh, really? You do? Okay. So she said, I said, what else you want? She was like, I want some hookah around. I want to be around some good people. I said, really? Man, that's interesting. I said, I think I could pull that off. So as we're pulling up, I say, you want a hookah? You want family, friends? You want a club, a section of the club? I said, all right, we're going to put this out. Let's have a good time tonight. So at the event, we had like a red carpet when you walk in, and felt like pandemonium when we was walking in.
Oh,
like,
no doubt, yeah. Because people was waiting on y'all.
Man,
Yeah.
it was great. I had my little brother E communicating with the DJ and her best friend, like, make sure no one's outside. I don't want her to see no familiar faces.
Did she see familiar cars?
She was so, women, they trying to make sure that they look good before
And
they
it was
go
dark
in.
as hell
It was
outside.
dark outside.
It was dark
Yeah.
as hell
Okay.
outside.
So she wasn't even paying attention to that.
Yeah.
So when she seen it, man, she thought what she said was she thought I was gonna propose to her right then and there. So when I didn't do it, she went back down. Like she didn't, she was calm. She was like, okay, well, I guess it ain't gonna happen tonight.
How do you know that she thought that? Oh, she told you
she
after?
told me. She told me afterwards. She
Oh,
was
okay.
like, I thought you were gonna propose to me right then and there.
Mm.
And I was like, nah. So I waited about 35 minutes, make sure I spoke to everybody, got some good pictures in and stuff.
Like you told us.
Yep.
You did everything you said you was going to do.
And I let her mom speak. And one of my friends say her speech was better than Martin Luther King's speech.
Yo, when her mom started dropping, and she got to learn with Lily too, nigga.
Yeah.
I was like, hold on.
So I let her mom and her sister speak, and then it was my turn. But man, was I nervous.
Petrified feet.
I seen that.
How did y'all see me? Did y'all see how
you had your drink, and then you put your drink down, and then you was like, oh, fuck. And you grabbed the drink again and took a couple more sips.
Man,
And
I was nervous,
and
man.
I think you looked at me.
I did. All I
And
could
I
see
was
was
just-
your smiling face and my baby sister's smiling face. And my baby sister, she tough, man. She like, she was telling me like, be strong.
Yeah.
So, man, I just did it, man. I did it, man. And the feedback that I got from it was a great vibe in there. Everybody had a good time, and it was inspiring. And man, I'm just glad you brothers was able to witness.
Well, what I noticed is black people don't wear masks.
Oh,
Bro.
No mask.
Like I was
No
like,
mask.
what is going on right now?
No
Corona is having a field day during this momentous event. Like I was like, what is happening right now?
Yep. And then the drink start flowing, and niggas is
All
in each
the-
other's
Bro, like,
face.
people are spitting in my face. Like you know our boy Case, he can't defend himself right now, but when he get to freestyling and stuff, he literally gets this close to you
Yeah, he
and
wants
just
you to
starts
feel it.
spitting in your face. Like, bro, like Corona is going directly in my nostrils right now. Like,
KC started freestyling on the mic. Then some girl, I think it was one of my lady's friends, she grabbed the mic. She was
Yeah, I seen
freestyling.
that.
It was going down, man. It was a good
who won
time.
though? Who won that freestyle battle?
I don't know, man.
KC wrecked
KC
that.
had it. She had it
He
rocking.
wrecked that hoe.
He did.
She was vibing. She
had
was
it.
vibing.
Well, when he come back in, I'm gonna say
there
he
you
got
go.
washed by that girl on the freestyle battle. So who won the freestyle battle?
It
Casey
wasn't
at
even
the
no freestyle battle. And first of all, I didn't get a chance to go again because I just went, and then my girl was like the Uber outside.
Oh,
That was
man,
exactly
for
what
real?
happened.
I didn't
She
know
was
what
like-
happened to you.
She
Why
was
it
like the
ended so
Uber was
fast?
outside. Like literally when I gave the mic, I just dipped. I didn't even hear it. I saw the video after I left.
Well, we
Oh,
gonna
bro.
say she won. That's just how it worked. You didn't get a chance to defend
Hey,
yourself.
Nah, man.
whatever. It's all
Might be
good.
up one time.
You didn't get a chance. So, but nah, man, congratulations. So here's my question to the two men who are in relationships that are not married.
Mhm.
Do y'all have any inherent conversations after that event? Like, yo, look what Phil did. Like, did y'all have any of those conversations after the event?
Or any looks?
Oh,
or
with our
any-
women?
Yeah,
or
with your
any-
women.
or
Yeah, yeah.
Any nudges? Like
Let me see. Hold on.
you got a
For
text?
me, it
You got a
was-
text, K?
Nah, I just saw her. She had a tweet that I had saw,
Mhm.
and then I I ignored it.
Appreciate you. Yeah, for me, it was all anticipated. Like she know that she was gonna be like sweet. Well, for me, she wanted me to feel like she wanted to see me emotional about it.
Were you emotional?
Yeah, I cried when she said yes.
He cried.
Hell yeah. Look
Thank you,
how
bro.
toxic. Look how
Yeah,
toxic
thank
these
you,
niggas
bro.
I
are.
definitely didn't cry.
Thank you, bro.
God
I
damn.
see
look at this
LP
nigga.
back there showing his muscles.
Nah. Me and what's your barber's name again?
Moochie.
Moochie. Me and
yeah,
Moochie
yeah.
was just chopping it up.
Yeah.
Like, cause I had met him before. So actually me and him just got into like some deep conversation
Yeah, that nigga Moochie.
while you was up there.
I was tending to an intoxicated compadre of ours.
Oh, the dude
Chad.
fell over.
Oh,
Yeah.
he
Bro,
was
Oh, my
out
God.
of
he
there,
was
dog.
out of
Chad,
there.
you out of there, bro.
Yo, he was.
So,
I know
I
you
mean,
was
I
on
was-
cocaine.
You said what?
He was on cocaine.
Niggas like, bro. He's like, bro. Look at my shoes, bro.
Kept saying that. 500 a piece.
500.
Did you see when he fell over?
Yeah,
I didn't,
so,
bro.
So, like, I was tending to him because at first he was over KB,
Okay.
and KB was just like fed up.
He was like, bro.
Like he was like, bro, yeah. And then while you was making your speech, he kept talking, and I heard you say something, and I just grabbed him, and I was like, come on, let him have his moment, chill out, you know. He like, you right, KC, my bad. And I'm like, bro, it's all good. Everybody get,
Kept
you know,
yelling,
everybody
take your
get
shades
thrown.
off. Take your shades off. But I looked at my mama. Oh, man, I'm glad he shut up before my mama got him.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
she was
that's what I'm
about to get
Oh,
on him.
Yeah.
man, I seen her.
Oh,
I seen
okay.
her,
That's
bro.
why I
Okay.
was like, bro, let's just have a good time. Come on, chill out.
Yo,
'cause
when he
you don't do
fell,
that.
he tried to back up
Yeah.
out of like the camera.
Yeah.
And my man fell all the way over the table, knocked
Wow.
over drinks, and then he had the nerve to try to like walk behind us like it was us. I was like, nah, bro, that's you. Get over there. Like-
Nah. But so after, Phil did what he had to do, I see a tweet.
in my bag.
Would you rather be proposed to in private or in front of family and friends?
Interesting.
And it was a retweet, so she retweeted this. It was like black couples that tweeted it, and she said he already knows this, but private or very small group. Because if somebody is screaming while he's talking before I even answer or jumping in front of cameras, I'm gonna be ready to fight.
So you already got your marching orders then.
I'm just she ain't pressing me. I ain't pressed. We just gonna get it when we get it.
Well,
Yeah.
I plan to renew my vows probably in May.
Oh, that's
Oh.
cool.
So hopefully we can do some like destination type stuff. All y'all invited.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
And it'll be, because I've been married a while, bro. Like
And
I-
you don't
been
really
married.
go. You don't really like do like vacation stuff.
I'm a worker.
I know, yeah.
I'm in the accumulation phase of my life. So during the accumulation phase, I can sacrifice a few rewards for delayed gratification because I know around the corner it's there.
Yeah.
So I don't do as much.
One more thing about the party.
Mm-hmm.
It was one nigga there that had white on.
Bro, he came
And
all
that
white.
nigga, that nigga
He
Bucci
came
say,
all white.
that nigga
Savon.
Bucci, they was at the bar, and I'm like behind the bar with KB, and Bucci was whispering, like talking to him. He was getting his drink. He's like, bro, do you know you the only nigga here with all white, bro?
Goofy,
Yeah.
bro. I chopped it up with him
I was
about
like,
that,
bro.
man. It always got to be somebody.
It's got to be one.
But I just wanted to say the bachelor party. It's gonna, the bachelor party gonna be at IHOP in Vegas, and yeah,
I ain't gonna make it to IHOP in Vegas. So I'm just letting you know right now, if you invite me to the bachelor party, you are gonna have the time of your life.
I mean, that's the plan.
I can promise you that.
That's what I'm
Like-
doing right now.
I can promise you. Like,
Listen, IHOP in Vegas, man. I'm trying to keep it low
LP
key.
the type of nigga that'll
No,
show
no.
you the time of your life, and then his flight is like that night,
exactly.
and he'll just
I'm
leave.
gonna Irish exit. That's what it's called.
That
So
nigga just
so
be
y'all don't
dipping.
understand what I do. I do what's called the Irish exit. I don't like saying goodbye to people.
Yeah.
I just leave.
This nigga just be leaving.
And I'm the biggest person in most rooms, and people be like, "How did you leave? Like, when did you leave?" Like, I make
looked
sure
you know what I'm gonna do?
I
I'm gonna
looked
stay
up that big ass blazer was gone.
I do. Oh, I wear a 52 long, by the way. If anybody wants to buy
My
me
boy,
some,
my boy had the season 1 Uncle Phil blazer. I was like, my man's out here like a judge.
Hey,
but it's tailored though. But
It
it's
was
tailored.
tailored.
It's tailored though.
It's just
Everybody
your
look
back
good,
so
man. I
big.
want to tell y'all that, man. Y'all look good, man.
Yeah, I went and
Lord,
bought boots
and
for
your
your
lady,
occasion.
y'all, Tati, y'all look good, man. Everybody look
You
good.
said I look like season 1 Uncle Phil. I just caught that, yo.
Yeah,
Nah,
flagrant,
like
man.
all of my clothes, like I told y'all, like I'm a 52 long but my waist is only 38 inches. So everything is like tapered, like super tapered. So someone came up to me and they thought I was like bodybuild. He was like, what are you doing? And he hit me on the back hard. And I was like, bro, you can't be doing that. Like, you don't know me. Like, we just met.
Next time your ass do that, I'm going to stand on the couch and point, LP's leaving. Look,
You won't
LP's
know.
leaving.
No, see, I've got a strategy. No one has ever seen me leave an event. They only see me after the fact. No, I've got it. Bro, I have a strategy down pat.
It was AC birthday last year, not the year when we had it at my
last year.
house.
It was last
at my
year.
house, yeah.
Last year.
And we did the pod at the house,
Yep.
and then we went to the pool, and it was still just
And
like
I was outside at the pool
it
kicking
was,
it.
was
Yep.
yeah, it was just a couple people,
Mm-hmm.
and we still didn't see this nigga leave.
Bro,
Damn.
I have a strategy. Y'all might as well just call me the genie because I disappear,
Mazel
bro.
tov. That
You
nigga be
cannot
gone.
find me. All right. So let's get into a few topics, man. So congrats again.
Thank you. Man. I had on
Phil.
a velvet blazer. Just
So
wanted to
Oh,
point that
what
out.
was the
We
You
glasses?
lied to me. You said you was wearing a vest.
nah, that was a blazer, wasn't it?
I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
I said blazer. I chose it to it.
You said t-shirt and vest.
All right. So let's talk about
I did have a blue.
I
KC
wanted-
doing the.
What were your glasses?
Oh, you know, a little Louis. You know what I'm saying? Louis millionaire.
I was in the I was trying to set him up. Like when he leave, I was searching for him. He never walked out. I just kept lurking. Like I just kept looking.
You
Like
was trying to get them
when he
shades?
gonna, I was
You
gonna
can get
them
him
shades.
anytime, okay? You,
I'm gonna
you
get
good
them
to go,
shades,
bro.
babe.
You good to
I
go.
took-
So KC, give us some inside details on the Blue Nectar Tequila event that was on IG Live Friday night.
All right. So my lady did a Instagram live. She does drinks.
Mhm.
Buzzed by Bee Sting is kind of what pretty much I named it.
Oh,
But-
you did. You made the name.
Yeah, because I mean she Bee Sting. I'm wordplay king. Not the one to strap
get outta
with.
here.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
nah, she make delicious cocktail drinks, and
Cocktail.
she didn't got a little fandom.
Y'all
That ain't
niggas
the
shy.
cocktail.
Go ahead,
That ain't the cock- we
Go
talking
ahead,
about
man.
right
Go
now,
ahead,
you know what I'm
man.
saying?
Cocktail King. Go ahead.
Jersey say Big Shosha for a reason. You know?
Man,
But
go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But nah, yeah. So she got a little following.
It's good. It's good.
Her followers grew. She got people that hit her up for like recipes. So
Mhm.
you know she was nervous about it. I told her, look, just make a IG live, set it up, put it out there, and then we'll see who show up. So she had about, I think tops it was like 48.
That's what's up.
But not knowing about live like that, not me neither. But we can't play the music.
You
so
can't.
You
can't.
told me that on my workout live.
I forgot.
But you,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
I
been
forgot
so
too.
long.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
been so long.
Yeah.
So about an hour into it, it just cut off. And then we got everybody back on. It was a cool event. People, enjoyed it. People laughed.
Yeah.
People liked the drinks. And it was a fun interaction. And then she trying to set up a part 2.
So can we do the part 2 in the studio?
We can possibly work that out.
Okay, yeah, let's talk
especially-
about that.
Especially we get everything going. I'll definitely let her know.
Yeah,
'cause
let's talk
She
about
was
that.
definitely excited about it, and I'm just glad that it was a turnout that was good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I knew how anxious she was about it.
Man, look, with live things, you never know what you're gonna get. Like I personally told y'all I appreciated the fact that she was even willing to do it with Blue Nectar because she
Mhm.
could have used any other tequila.
Yep.
Mhm.
So the fact that she did that, so shout out to you for doing that. What is it? Bee Sting Brews? What Brews by Bee Sting?
Buzz
Brunch
by Bee Sting.
Brunch by Brews by Buzz by Bee Sting. Thank you.
Hey, first off, if I just tell you the name, we're not gonna get that wrong.
What y'all was sipping on?
Buzz
at the
by
party?
Bee
Was y'all
Sting.
on
You
that
already
Blue
know I'm
Nectar?
messing with you, bro.
Yeah, I was on Blue Nectar the whole time
I
because
seen
I had
it.
to pick one. I was like, man, I'm gonna just. Do
I could
Blue
see it
Nectar.
in your eyes.
I had it was like multiple people. Like Chad, he was like, I'm gonna try that Blue Nectar, bro. He drank some. He was like, oh man, this whole hit.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Chad who? HMF Chad?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought you were cocaine Chad.
Nah.
Oh, okay. I was about to say that
Yeah,
brother
them-
ain't need nothing else.
Cocaine, Chad.
Yeah, them niggas up in there too.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
they was ducked off.
They was ducked off. Yeah, they was. They was ducked off. Yeah, they was ducked off. And speaking of lives, did y'all see my man on CNN got caught beating his meat on a Zoom call?
Ugh.
Oh my
So
God.
for those of you who don't know, He's very popular. His name is Jeffrey Toobin. He's been on CNN since I've been like 18. He's always been the legal consultant for CNN. Come to find out, they was doing a segment on live TV. Okay? He thought his camera was turned off. Decided he was going to get one off.
Wow.
They had to cut away. And now he's suspended from all platforms. I think he should be fired.
Wow.
Like, how is he not fired?
I don't think he stroked off to like, I think someone caught him like, yo, before you finish, you need to.
I think they
you
heard
on live
it.
TV, bro. Like, what's going on?
I think they had to hear it. Like they just heard
How
Riley
is he
Reid
not
voice.
fired?
He should be because he's a white attorney, so that's why he's not fired.
Yeah, basically.
Oh,
He probably got like some clause in his contract where it's hard to find. But he stroked off, they said, for like 7 minutes.
Wow. That's crazy.
He was
7 minutes,
Bro, I think he probably had, you know how you can have 2 browsers up? And I think he just made the mistake. I think he thought he closed one. And he was like, man, I'm about to get this one off. I'm stressed out. The election bothering him.
He never saw that punishment coming. That's insane.
Well, he was punishing something.
Yeah, I know.
Jesus Christ.
He
put a
Have
hurting
any
on
of
his-
y'all in this new Zoom
must be
environment,
the jack of all trades.
in this new Zoom environment, have any of y'all made a mistake, whether it's not being on mute, you know, maybe not thinking your camera was on and it wasn't, one of those things? Has any of y'all had that
So
experience?
this literally happened today, where I was I don't interact in our meetings. I just turn it on and then you see my name. I type my name and I'm in there. But I didn't know I pressed the unmute button. And so I was randomly jamming Mamma Mia. You know, Mamma Mia.
Why are you jamming that first off?
That's whole jam.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, dude. That whole jam. Mamma Mia by ABBA. And I was jamming it. And then and I don't want these people knowing how I act outside of, you know, because I don't know them like that. And so they hear me singing it and they just bust out laughing.
You should have been terminated immediately.
And I'm like, damn. Now y'all gonna get all friendly with me.
Yeah.
Man, I was pissed, man. I was like, man,
I like
this
that
is-
song too, buddy.
man, like, and then oh my gosh, how do you know this song? Got my business.
nah, it's
Like,
too
that's
late.
why I
They in,
didn't
your,
want-
they in your business
Now
now.
you
It's too
gonna
late.
be like what's buddy name from White Chicks?
That was Ted Cruz.
Yeah, now you the Terry Crews.
Don't equate me to Ted
HISD.
Cruz.
You gonna go in the meetings making your chest jump and shit.
You're gonna be like, what the? I love this song.
So that's in your playlist, or you like search? Like, let me know
I just randomly, like, whatever pops in my head, I just play it on Spotify.
No Benny the Butcher or nothing like
Oh,
that.
I've been listening to Benny
Wow.
Butcher. That'll go.
Man,
But
Spotify
I don't want to listen to.
bro, they don't know if
rapping
you're
all
a
this.
30-year-old white woman or if you're a 70-year-old dude in
Yeah.
New York.
I
They
listen
have
to
no clue.
I listen to podcasts. I listen to Benny. This past week, I listened to Benny the Butcher. And then I just like randomly played it. I was like, man, let me play that joint real quick. And then I did.
What's the weirdest song y'all listen to that you?
Oh, me? So I have a weird thing. I won't tell what state I'm in when this happens, but every time I'm in this state, I find myself listening to Daft Punk. And I'm talking about all albums of Daft Punk
Yeah,
from
yeah,
like
right.
from like when they first started. Like, and then when I start getting into the Pharrell Daft Punk, like you know, Lose Yourself to Dance,
Yeah.
like I be losing myself
That's
to
them,
dance.
right?
See, he the one that be Ted Cruz dancing
I
with
do,
the glow
yeah, like-
stick
yeah,
and
like
shit, with his chest
With
and
chest
all
out
that.
and all that. Like so,
He be oiled up
so
with
if
the
y'all
whistle.
if y'all ever see me on one, if you play Daft Punk, you gonna get a
I'm
whole
playing it
show.
on
you gonna get
reception.
Like a
Nasty
whole
Nate.
show.
I'm
Yeah, you
playing
gonna get
that at
Nasty
the-
Nate. You gonna get OnlyFans LP. That's
So-
what you gonna get.
Remember that T.I. song I think he had with Rihanna,
Yeah.
that Live Your Life?
Yeah.
So the sample song, I don't know how I came to learn it, but like I know that whole song. Like, you know how I
You're
am
not
with
good
verses.
with words, yeah.
Exactly.
You
I know
verses,
that
yeah.
entire song.
Wow.
Like say, spade, ask you, got me, I could, you know,
I never
you
heard this shit.
be the
Yeah, you've heard it. You've heard it before. You would have to. You'd have to hear it with the music.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
you've heard it.
What's yours, Jay?
Hello.
You maybe like a song nobody would expect you to. listen.
Sintetistro. Picasso.
I don't fucking know. I don't know. I don't have like a
Nah, JC think he
I
too
do.
cool. You
No,
and
no,
Phil,
swear
both
to
of y'all
God,
think y'all
I
too
don't
cool.
know.
Nah, I'm about to tell y'all
For
what I
wild
listen to.
songs.
Because on my regular day, if I'm just listening to music, it's always R&B.
Yeah.
Like I'll listen to rap.
Oh, I listen to R&B when I work out.
I do
Yeah.
that too. That's
Yeah.
that, and people think
Okay.
that's weird.
Yeah, nah,
Yeah,
I be
is.
tough on the Gap Band and Love
I
Should Have
mean,
Brought You Home last night.
Yeah.
What y'all making
And,
love to the weights?
I Should Have Cheated
Because
on You by
it's-
Trey
it's
Songz.
like-
Like, I be tough on
It's
those.
an opposite. Like you got aggression when you like you.
Yes, that's how I am.
But it's
you
just
don't want
opposite.
You don't want DMX?
Nah, I can't.
I do that too,
bro.
but it's just like
Nah, real talk. If I listen to DMX when I worked out, I fight everybody in the
Hey,
gym.
look.
Like,
you
I'm
know
not
what I
even
do?
joking, bro.
Real talk. What I do when I'm doing like a grimy ass workout,
Jesse.
DMX Crime Story.
I can't do that. I can't do
That's
that.
why I love
Like,
listening to that.
okay, so y'all my weird, I guess it's weird. I'm big on Frankie Beverly and Mage. Like,
Oh, I'm all over Frankie. But yeah, that ain't even weird. That ain't even
man,
weird.
that's
Nah,
I
that
just
ain't
be
weird.
riding to that, bro.
Yeah.
Like, that's weird.
I got a whole white playlist.
I know. Boy, I used to love listening to your
I got
car
a whole-
ride. You funny nigga, man.
He
I
fell
can't
off on
lie,
his
bro.
car rides.
Nah,
His
man, 'cause
playlist-
And ironing and shit when you was
he
dancing.
fell off.
That
I
shit was
ain't
funny,
had to
bro.
iron no more clothes. I don't got to iron no clothes to go teach.
Oh,
I just
yeah,
throw
that's
on
true.
some.
That's
well,
true. Nowhere to go, huh?
yeah, because I just don't. Sometimes
Do
we
you
can
be
wear
like
jeans.
in your drawers and then up top you have on like a suit and tie? I mean,
Nah, I wear shorts.
Oh, okay.
I see. I can't do that though, because even like I said last week, I'm consistent. I feel like if I ever wear shorts, like gym shorts with a polo, it's just a wrap. It's done. Like that's it.
Oh, you
I
feel
think-
like old school?
Yeah, I think that's the worst
Combination?
The worst combination
Okay,
ever.
yeah.
I always hated that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I will. I'll play y'all the song that I be jamming in the gym
You just
right
gonna
now.
cut me off.
Yeah, because you're gonna want to hear this. So
I'm gonna cut
give me
you.
a second. You're gonna want to hear this song. So when I be in the gym, I play songs like this. Hold on. I know y'all heard this track before. This be going hard too. Come on, man, get past the
Just
open.
swipe up.
Nah, I don't
what
want
is
you because
this,
it'll ruin it.
D'Angelo?
Watch. Nah. Hold on, let me move it.
Song is ass.
Nah. It is about ass. Watch. It's hard too. You're gonna be like, I'm playing this for my lady tonight. Watch.
It's supposed to be some Maxwell shit. You be
Nah,
letting
it's
that whole
better
ride
than
too.
Maxwell. Wait until you hear the bars. So hopefully this don't get us pulled down. We'll take this off the YouTube. But I want y'all to hear this though. Watch.
Oh, it's that white dude.
Yeah, that man, I just want to hear why is he not doing the music?
Because it's ass.
Hold on. There we go. Hold on. Let me go back. Watch when you do this. I wanna see that ass. Turn around.
He be listening to this.
listen to this while lifting
he,
so hard.
he listen to this song while lifting weights with nothing around dudes.
Yeah, I lift with
He
this
said,
song,
yeah,
bro.
I heard him say, yeah.
This right here get you right. Your testosterone
He
spike.
be around nothing but dudes talking about I want to
your
see that
your
ass.
testosterone spike and you be lit.
Yo,
Y'all
that dude
can't beat
name?
this song, man. Mark Rebellet. Yo, he's the
wanna
king of
see
music right now. Yo, he be going hard. So if y'all don't know him, y'all fraud right now. So that's what I'm
nigga be grunting during squat.
Nah, I don't-
Hears, I want to see that ass.
I don't grunt for nobody.
Pressing 315.
I don't grunt for nobody, B.
Nigga pushing 315.
All right. So let's get into a few topics. Tory Lanez all of a sudden came out with a new story, and his bodyguard came out with a new story too. What is Tory Lanez on, bro? Like, why can't he just not talk?
He may be cocaine Tory.
That's probably what it is. It's got to be.
So what's your story? Now I heard a little clip.
I heard the bodyguard say that it was a tussle over the
Exactly,
gun.
over the gun.
The two girls got, because Tory was banging out both of them, and they got in an argument, and Meg left the car, and then it sounded like he said the girl shot. The
Yeah,
gun.
that basically that Tory wasn't involved at all.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Like,
I don't know.
we know
man.
that's not true.
I don't know.
It's not true, bro.
Tory, bodyguard talking.
Tory bodyguard
Tory
talking.
bodyguard said that.
Mm.
So
It's hard to believe what's what.
I don't know, man.
It ain't. Fuck them. How many times can a story change up?
It's changed. This is the 5th iteration.
I don't think the bodyguard ever said anything.
And then when you announce it, oh, I'm going live on 8 p.m., guys.
Mhm.
Man, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Just shut up. Like you should just
shut
be
up.
quiet until they investigate the
Take
whole
your
thing.
L's. That's it. You shot a woman. Now take your L.
I think he needs
and
to be
sit in
deported,
it.
bro.
He needs to be deported.
Yeah, I don't know why he's in
But
the
Canada
States.
don't even want him back.
Nah, Canada will take him. They need to take him. Drake, get your boy Tory back.
Nah, Drake don't want no parts of that.
All right. What's my man's name that did Turn Up on a Tuesday? What's his name?
Mike,
I love McCollum.
I love McCollum.
Take him back. Get Tory out of here.
Song was hard. Back
That
then.
was, and he was a one-hit wonder.
And
he
he
had
lost
more
all that
joints.
weight.
He had a couple joints.
That was the best one,
He
though.
lost all that weight, got swole.
I think he was.
He
turned out
turned
to be
gay.
gay.
Yeah.
He was his boyfriend was that little peep dude that overdosed. Yeah.
Damn.
Oh, man,
Well, you
that's
just
tough.
ruined the mood of the pod. Thanks a lot. I mean,
I ain't know none of that. I ain't know.
Yeah,
Celebrity couples. I ain't know that business, but
Wait, they was a celebrity couple?
guess, I mean,
no,
they
that came out.
with a
He
little-
said that after
okay.
the dude died or whatever.
oh no.
And speaking of couples, KC asked us earlier, would you rather be a couple? What was it on reality TV? What was the question?
Or a social media couple. I mean, we touched on it last week about the podcast group or whatever that had the situation where the dude talked about he was forced into marriage and
Yeah.
blase.
Yeah.
But the reason I asked it because I saw like I randomly check Yahoo because I like checking to see if they're gonna put out movie premieres or anything about movies and stuff. And so they kind of list everything that's going on. And on one of the headlines, it was like YouTube couple is recorded having an argument. And I was like, what? It was like random white couple. I guess they got like
Millions of
so-and-so
followers.
million followers.
Mm-hmm.
But it was just like they supposed to be like one of these happy-go-lucky families.
Yeah.
And then they have an argument. It wasn't like the guy beat her or nothing like that. They just like they had a argument that was on camera and they reported it. And I was like, dog, who would sign up for this shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
But you got to remember, man, like there really is no TV now. Everything is reality TV.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as much as you can get a real scenario, this couple fighting or whatever, I'm sure there's some 13 to 20-year-olds who are distraught right now that they saw that fight.
That's
you know, it'd be
crazy.
like us with Will and Jada. You know, we talked about that August Alsina stuff.
it's like y'all. With
You
Will
talked
Jada.
about it too, though.
But I didn't care.
But we talk about it, so
But
we have a
different.
podcast.
The culture is
culture
talking
talks
about
about
it.
it.
But I mean, even else, I didn't even, personally, I wouldn't care.
We get
We
that.
just-
We get it.
We get
It's-
that.
I
It's
don't
still
understand
news.
people so much invested in other people's relationships, though.
Because that's the era we in.
But I said all that to go back to when Phil was talking about possibly being on the MTV show that time.
Yeah, they
Now-
kept asking us to be on Temptation Island.
Now, if paint the scenario, y'all would be on it,
Mm-hmm.
and then it comes with that attention. Would you care for it? I mean, how would that go for you?
At that time, bro, I was trying to change my way of being, my way of thinking.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't. I mean, I couldn't go. Like I couldn't be on that show.
If they
Because
want
you
Nasty
wanted
Nate,
to-
I'll be on Temptation Island right now.
because
Single.
you were battling the
You said you
idea.
gonna
of-
renew your vows.
Bro, Temptation
What?
Island, if y'all want a full figured,
Full figure.
What you was saying? Jay?
I was saying maybe you were battling the idea of being a character for so many weeks of being on the show, like just so it won't affect your real life.
At first, no lie, it was like, how much? When you see it,
Yeah.
and they keep reaching out to my lady, like, we really want y'all on this show. Woo, woo. And first question is, of course, how much they paying the episode?
no
right?
doubt. No doubt.
And it's like 2,000 an episode. What? Oh no, 2,000? No.
Mm-mm.
And then I was just like, what if they try to pull something to make it look like?
Oh, they definitely
That's
gonna have you
exactly-
looking
definitely
crazy.
what they do.
I can't embarrass.
That's
my
what it's
girl.
all about.
Exactly. And then,
yeah,
'cause
I'm not
I
gonna
mean,
do that.
And another part of me that brought it up, because when we did the IG live, Brittany and I, I'm just being myself, interacting, And then like people in the comments like, oh, y'all two should do live with us, do some more stuff.
BlackLove.
Yeah,
That's on.
I hate that shit.
Wow.
But you are
passion.
BlackLove though. You
are, bro.
I'm a
but
black
see, he
man
don't
in
wanna be a-
love,
but
but
you-
I
but
don't
you-
give a damn about other people.
But it don't matter though.
outside
You still post her. You still talk about her. That is what people like to
because
see,
that's my
bro.
woman.
Yeah, but
you're
I think
inspiring.
But that's what it is though. People like to
he
see
don't
that.
want to be a caricature of.
I got you. I
himself.
got you.
Black love. Nah,
Right.
that's my
But you
woman.
are
That shit-
BlackLove though.
you are.
That's
You
my
inspiring,
edible.
bro. You inspiring.
Bro, I can't stand this dude sometimes.
I guess you my Applebee's.
Like, look. Like the
Nigga,
best
yeah.
thing about this pod is that me and him always have two chairs in between us. 'Cause I tell you, we would have been moved furniture.
oh, that boy sound like white man. Boy, I tell you. And did you see that? Did you see that that thing where it say, "What's a white man's equivalency? You got me fucked up."
No, I didn't
And he
see
was
what
like,
is it.
Newsflash, buddy. I was dead ass serious when I was a freshman in college. A white
Someone
guy
said that
told
to
me,
you?
I slapped the hell out of him. But
Yeah, nobody ain't gonna tell me newsflash without getting uppercutted.
newsflash, buddy.
Say
Hey, a white-
newsflash, buddy. Sound mad.
What's the
Disrespectful, man.
What's
Like
the Mexican
newsflash,
version?
buddy. What
What's
the-
the Mexican version?
Ah, shit.
It's gotta be something with
got
essay.
me fucked up.
Now it's got to be something with essay. Holmes.
Nah. It's like they be like or what?
Nah, it's a nah, I ain't gonna
Oh.
say.
Por la
I don't hear-
raza.
I don't hear a Houstonian Mexican say Holmes.
Houstonian Mexicans act like blacks.
Yeah, they
Like,
always
they
say
they
nigga
blacker
all the
than me,
time.
bro. I was talking to this Mexican dude when we was at the old warehouse. You saw him.
Yeah.
He came up to me like he was a brother. He was like,
Yeah.
"Yo, what's good, my dude?" And I was like, "Hold on, like, where you from?" Venezuela.
Houston.
I was like, "Nah, you ain't
Nigga
from
Pasadena,
Venezuela,
Texas.
Yeah, like so. So NBA talk. I want to get into a brief conversation. I know we always talk about NBA on this pod, but I got to get into it because there's been this conversation of, can LeBron be a top 10 player over the next 3 years of his career? So Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless kind of had the conversation today, and it sparked from Jared Dudley saying he thinks that LeBron will be a top 3 player until he retires.
Damn.
He says he thinks he'll be that until he retires. I think LeBron last best year was last year. I don't know if he got another
I
year
ain't
like
down
that.
that man no more.
Come on, man. 36?
Mike was doing it at 38.
Not like that.
Mike was doing it
But
at
he
38.
slowed down a little bit,
No,
though.
he
He was
just
still
developed
the
his
team
game.
was better.
He led the
No.
team. He led the league in scoring that year.
And he was like, when was he defensive player of the year?
Nah,
It
he
was the
wasn't.
second
He
three-peat?
wasn't defensive player of the year.
Or he picked
He
up his
defensive
defense.
play. No, he was defensive player of the year early in his
88.
career.
But I'm just saying he
88
picked up his defensive play and his mid-range game and all that.
So I'm going to defer to Phil then as our LeBron correspondent. Do you think he has a
3?
chance to still be a top 3 player next year?
Next year, yeah. I think he still will
KD
be.
coming back.
Yeah, that don't matter.
Not, bro.
People
What are you
gotta
talking
stop
about?
with that KD, bro.
Don't matter, dog.
Yeah, they gotta stop with that KD,
He
bro.
got to prove himself.
He cool.
again.
He
KD
cool.
can hoop. What are
Yeah,
you
he
talking
can.
about?
cool. He
But-
cool, bro. But he played with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. That man got to play one-on-one for 2 years, bro. Nobody can stop that man one-on-one.
Is he not going to be playing one-on-one with the Nets?
Nah, they gonna double. They can
Bro,
double team him.
A perfect example, the whole Kawhi talk, all the Kawhi talk that was going on.
I never thought Kawhi was
But
as good as Bron.
Let me
though.
just all the Kawhi talk that was going
think
on.
KD better than Bron?
Somebody said.
I think it's close.
Somebody
That's
said
No.
No.
Kawhi. They said somebody. Kawhi had to, make offers for other players for one whole year and just imploded.
He did implode. Yeah.
LeBron does this every year of his career. Even KD was starting to do it in Golden State that last year, and he broke
ruptured his
down.
Achilles. Look, the game Jimmy Butler had. LeBron had a whole series like that.
You're right.
Exactly.
Jimmy
Yeah.
Butler was about to pass out, bro.
He was done.
He was fucked up.
He was done. Like he could
He
not
couldn't
stand
move
up.
and shit. He got off the podium.
I
You're
saw,
right, you're
I
right,
saw
you're right.
LeBron
Man, that nigga-
score 49 points against a Pistons team that was loaded. And they was throwing bodies at him countless of times. He scored 25 points in a row.
Man, at some point you gotta slow
he
down.
was just
He's just gonna modify his game
To what?
to mid range.
Dump it down to AD
He
gonna be a monster next
He's
year.
gonna still be getting triple doubles. You can count that. You can count that. He gonna still get triple doubles.
And
He's
then
gonna still
if
run
they
the
get Chris
floor.
Paul,
Yeah, I heard. So the rumor
Oh
is
my
this.
God,
This
if they
this
get
is an
Chris Paul.
official rumor that I have somewhat inside.
Okay.
The league is supposed to start Martin Luther King Day. That's one.
yeah.
I heard
So that's
that.
the first rumor. And I heard that Chris
That's
Paul is to the
live.
Bucks or to the Lakers. Period. One of those two teams.
Damn.
No, he. So from what I heard, Chris Paul is taking no other offers.
Wow.
Bucks or Lakers.
That
And
would be
then
What are the Lakers gonna do?
I think so. The Lakers
Kuzma.
package would include Kuzma,
Danny Green.
Danny Green, and 2 picks.
Yeah, Danny Green gotta go, man.
And two,
Dog, but
and 2
look,
picks.
one thing that's been slept on too is now they talking about Bradley Beal to the Warriors.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
And
Nah, that's unfair, bro. That's unfair. If they get
And-
Bradley Beal,
because then they can give up Wiggins and that number 2 pick, and then another pick, a future pick from Minnesota.
Mhm.
Like they
That's
they
nice.
just
You
they
think
pretty
he-
much saying that's a done deal.
That's the best starting lineup in the league.
You think
Yeah,
he
that's
fits
nice.
with that Splash Town
Dog,
game?
he was already a bucket. He proved he can do it on his own.
Mhm.
Now he wants to win. He admittedly said, he the only player he has the highest average to not go to the All-Star game.
Yep.
Mhm.
The
Yep.
highest average to not go All NBA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, give him that.
And he was 50, 40, 90 this year.
He's nice, bro.
I don't think he was
Stupid.
50.
I think he was. Because remember, he had a picture with his girl.
Nah, he definitely would have been.
Nah, bro. I'm serious. I think he
Law
had a
man.
picture
I got it.
With
with his
check
girl
that.
where he was like 50, 40. Because he talked about his accomplishments.
Mm.
So I want to say if he wasn't, he was real close.
Then that ain't 50, 40, 90.
50, 40, 90. That's
Nigga.
tough. That's tough.
50, 40, 90.
That's a tough thing. But
Hell
just
yeah.
to not get all those accolades that you're supposed to get,
Yeah, for sure.
and then
Get snubbed
get
in
on the Warriors as your revenge season.
That's
Bro,
always tough.
That's crazy.
And
yeah,
then-
if he
yeah.
get on the Warriors, they
And that opens up offensively, like you can just have field day.
they
You
win
can
the
shoot,
chip,
You
bro.
can shoot.
They unbeatable with him.
No, I ain't gonna say that.
You don't think so,
No. I
bro?
don't.
Steph, Clay.
Yeah, he ain't
You,
KD.
you say that. That's what I'm saying. You say
Yeah.
that with KD, not
yeah,
with
yeah,
Bradley
not
Beal.
with Bradley Beal. It's some with KD. You ain't gonna have no dips. He's with Bradley Beal. You might have a dip here and there. You might get a chance to with
Bro, he's
with
a
Bradley Beal.
bucket.
He is, but he ain't gonna get that many touches.
Yes, he will.
No, he
Because
not.
think about how Harrison Barnes played.
He played with no John Wall this year. He not gonna get.
Nah, he not 50, 40, 90.
What was
he
it?
not.
He was 45, 35,
Yeah, see, he not.
and
35 is good though, but it
and
ain't elite.
84.
Okay.
Right up under it.
This nigga talking about.
He right up under it.
So the last thing that we want to talk about was voting. But before we get into voting,
Mhm.
I want to talk about Rudy Giuliani in the Borat movie.
Uh-oh.
Okay. So for those of you who know Borat, he does what would we say his movies are? What are they?
Like fucking
Political
Mr.
satire.
like Punked for politics.
Political satire.
Okay.
What you say? Say that again?
Political satire.
Satire.
Yeah,
Satire.
Jokes.
Oh, satire.
Okay.
Okay, I got you.
So Rudy
Try to play
Giuliani
me,
is a
nigga.
79-year-old man.
Mm-hmm.
He was being interviewed by what he thought was a 15-year-old Yugoslavian woman.
He got Thanos chin.
Yeah.
Who?
Well,
who we talking about?
Rudy Giuliani,
Giuliani.
Donald Trump's attorney.
Oh, Rudy G. Yeah, he hate Duns. That's how I know him.
Well, he got Donald Trump, so he loved Dons. You on Rudy Giuliani, you on his team. So, but to close this out, and why we need y'all to vote.
Mhm.
Rudy Giuliani was about to stroke himself off with a 15-year-old in the Borat movie, and Borat had to stop it. Like, think about how nuts that is.
She was
Wow.
gonna give him a hand job.
The premise of that series was that Rudy was telling her she needs to relax.
Mm.
She put it back on him and said, "You need to relax."
Bro, relax.
Was
me.
gonna stroke him off.
Yeah.
He lays down on the bed, unzips his pants,
Wow.
and Borat has to run into the room to stop it.
So what? This is this is real though.
This is Rudy thinks it's real.
Wow. That's.
Rudy thinks he's actually being interviewed by these people.
Gee, I don't like to play them type
Ugh.
of games, bro.
But bro, if someone was playing those games with a 15-year-old, you gonna say, "What are you doing?"
Yeah,
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't even gonna
I
play
don't
that
want to be
game.
around the 15
Bro, they should arrest that man.
He called the cops on himself. because he thought he was on some To Catch a Predator type situation. So he called the cops on himself, like all the way up to the attorney general, because he thought he was on some To Catch a Predator
He
type
called
shit.
favors. He ain't called the cops. He called favors.
Right.
Hey,
Exactly
man,
right.
I'm in this
Favors.
situation.
Yeah.
I'm in this situation.
So to that,
Oh
we
my
need y'all to
gosh.
vote.
I voted today. I was
I
trying to
voted
find my
yesterday.
sticker, but shit.
Well, then you ain't vote. We don't believe it.
No. I snatched like 2 or 3. I did the one that was on my shirt earlier that I posted, but I had one that I was gonna pull out my pocket, but that whole fell out.
Let's not move past the 50 Cent situation.
We'll get into that too. But to that point, Harris County has broke the all-time record for early voting.
Oh wow.
All time.
That's good.
In the history that Harris County has allowed early voting, they broke the all-time record.
Yeah.
The United States at this time last year, or in 2016, like 8 million people had voted. 30 million people have voted this time.
And they say people voted Democrat more than
But
this time.
I want to give people a lesson in politics too right now real quick, because you brought up a great point. They said that it's Democrats voting. That's called votes cast. That don't mean them votes been counted though. So we got to wait and see what happens when them votes is actually counted.
Yeah.
And we know our commander in tweets is on some nonsense with voter suppression, etc. So all you out there who are like, man, we got to get Trump out, or however you feel, just because you see a vote is cast doesn't mean that vote was counted.
And by saying that, that's what happened with Hillary.
No, what happened? That happened with Al Gore. No, Hillary won. All those votes were cast and counted. She won the popular vote because there's more people who consider themselves liberal than conservative. But what happened to Al Gore? Man, I don't want to get down there. But we
talked about that before.
Yeah, there's a thing called hanging chads that used to happen. A hanging chad would be if someone didn't punch their voting thing all the way through. It was up to the voting commission to say, we determined that they didn't want to really vote for Al Gore.
Right.
So that's not going to happen this time. But again, if you out there looking at votes and they say this number of votes have been cast, wait until they say this number of votes have been counted.
Hanging Chad would have been Chad if Phil Mama would have got a hold of him.
So all y'all voted?
Yeah, I voted. Yes.
Yeah.
So
trying to get that dude up out of there, man. I played YG when I left.
I encourage everyone who listens to us, even if you don't vote, get engaged in the political process. Let someone know. Don't be like 50 Cent talking about, well, my taxes is going to be 62%. That is not true.
Yeah, they say it wasn't true.
Those numbers not true. The president has no ability to determine what state taxes are. I'm going to say that again. The president has no ability to determine what state taxes are. He barely has the ability to determine what federal taxes are. Keep in mind, the Congress controls the purse strings. I'm going to say that again. The bicameral legislation system allows the president to introduce a budget, but the Congress has to approve the budget. That includes the Ways and Means Committee that does the taxes as well. So don't listen to people like 50 Cent, bro. That's another reason why I was kind of off on Ice Cube, but I understand Ice Cube did go to scholars. They made this contract for Black America, but a lot of times they also give out disinformation that isn't true. And that's the only thing I have against celebrities sometimes.
So with the 50 Cent thing too, apparently he used to date Chelsea Handler.
Yes, I do remember
and
that.
So I guess it came out that the 50 Cent verse 62% and him going for Trump. And she tweeted out, "You used to be my favorite ex-boyfriend." And he said, "Oh my God, this is affecting my love life now. I love you, Gator. Don't let Trump and Joe Biden come between us, girl." And then she said, "Hey, fuck her. I will pay your taxes in exchange for you coming to your senses. Happily, Black Lives Matter." That's you.
When LP was giving that dialogue about politics, reminded me when I was in U.S. history class in high school, and I used to go to sleep to tell one of my niggas, take these notes. I gotta score 40 tonight. Man.
Speaking of U.S. history, my kiddo, he's just randomly said after I work out yesterday with JC, "Hey, Dad, Trump is a Republican, right?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, Well, who's a Dominican?
Sammy Sosa.
I was like, yeah, I need to check your U.S. history grade.
Yeah,
ASAP.
for real.
Like immediately.
What Sammy Sosa used to do after he hit home run?
No.
Go like this. Yo, that was the most fire.
Oh my God,
like-
that season?
Yo, like
That's what I used.
that season was
Yeah,
fire season.
hey,
That
that's
was
what
like
I used to do
99.
after the
Yes,
movies though when I was in middle
Yes,
school.
You used to go.
Nah, afterwards.
Oh my
All
God.
right, man. This has been episode 115. Again, for those of you who support us, you're seeing the what we've been doing come to fruition, like the vision of what we've been doing. So we appreciate you all doing that on your favorite podcast app, anywhere, including iHeartRadio now. Type in Guild, the Creators Guild XTX. You'll be able to find all your favorite podcasts, and we appreciate y'all's support. We are now located at 2016 Main, downtown, one of the most historic buildings in downtown Houston. So come pull up on
I'm
us.
strapped.
Yes, come pull up on us.
Just don't get it twisted, baby.
We eager to work with you and do stuff with you and anything y'all want to leave the people with before we get out of
I
here.
got the Roscoe in my shoe. JC looked at my shoe.
Man, that's been episode 115. We out.
Crack